Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today I have a very interesting, very affordable electric car. It's around 6,000 euro cheaper than Tesla Model 3, and in this video I will do a full review and I will explain you everything about the brand new MG4. And I have the middle range version, so I didn't have the top, I didn't have the entry level, it's somewhere in the middle, and I will explain you every single detail. We will go through performance, technical data, multimedia, system, exterior, interior, space, material quality, everything about the car. I will have a separate video, test drive video, if you want to see the test drive, if you want to see the consumption and all that information about how it's on the road. I will have a separate clip, so check out on the channel. Probably it's already there. If it's not, it will come next day, so click the subscribe button to see notification when that video will come out. So first of all, let's start with technical data and information, and then we will go outside to start the review. By the way, if you are in Romania, in Bucharest, you can check out Ariane Motors. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. They already have the car there. If you want to test drive it, if you want to buy it, if you have question, just check them out, guys. I will leave the link in the description. What is very important is that in Europe, and from my point of view I think it's really useful, is the fact that MG offer on all models, inclusive on this MG4, 7-year warranty or 150,000 kilometers. This is crazy impressive. I mean, for 7 years you don't have to worry about anything regarding the car, interior, exterior, material quality, all that stuff. If something broke, you just go to the service and they will fix it for free. The battery and the motor, from what I know, it's around 8 years or 160,000 kilometers, around there. Anyway, if we go forward, you will see that the car come also with one check. At least here in Romania they give you one check for free, 7 years. For the time of all 7 years you will have one check for free per year, you know, so that's also important. Then you have also inclusive this road assistance, so that's also super important. Then let me go to the price, because this is really important. Now, depending which country you are, all those stuff might be different. Now, the price and the version that I have with me is the Excite version. So that means it comes with a 64 kilowatt hour battery. Usually you can get this car in most of the country in a few options. You can get the MG4 in Explorer version with 51 kilowatt hour battery. 51 kilowatt hour battery have an LFP battery, the same as Tesla Model 3 standard range, Tesla Model Y standard range. It's an interesting battery, but we will not talk about that in this video. We have the 64 kilowatt hour battery, and also the 64 kilowatt hour battery and the 77 kilowatt hour battery that comes on exclusive long range. It's a lithium battery, so the battery that it is installed on this car, it's a lithium battery, and that's really important. So 64 kilowatt Excite version, and the price of the car 35,900 euro. So this is the price with all the taxes. From my point of view, a pretty good starting price for what this car offers, and you will see in this video. And it's also a very quite attractive car. And anyway, let's go to the technical data now. In terms of options, by the way, before we go to the technical data, I have to tell you that the car that we have right here, it's red, diamond red. That means 500 euro extra for the color. It has the interior, the simple interior with textile fabric material, and also it has the rims, 17-inch rims that have some plastic covers, but I will show you when we go outside. Other than that, everything else, it's kind of standard, it's kind of basic. I'm not going to go in all those details because we will need so much time, but let's go to the technical data. So the version that I have with me, as I tell you before, is the version that comes with 64 kilowatt hour battery, 204 horsepower, 250 newton meters, 161 kilometer per hour is the top speed of the car, and can do 0 to 100 in around 7.7 seconds. It comes also connected with 1-speed automatic transmission. It's a rear wheel drive. That means the electric motor drive the rear wheel of the car. The battery is also located under the floor of the car. You can charge the car at a speed in DC at 140 kilowatts, so this is pretty decent and more than enough, I will say. Range of the car 450 kilometer WLTP. Probably in real life will be more like 350 kilometers, but we will have to check this as well. The ground clearance 15 centimeters. This is pretty good for an electric car, I should say, and also in this class. The trunk space 363 liters, and if you fold down the seats completely you will go up to 1177 liters. The weight of the car, it's around 1651 kilograms. It's pretty light car for an electric car, I should say, probably one of the lightest. Anyway, it's almost around 200 kilograms lighter than Tesla Model 3. Also, the car comes with ventilated brake discs on the front, normal brake discs on the rear. It comes, as I said before, with 17-inch rims. And I guess those are the most important technical data about the car, guys. Let's start the review, exterior, interior, and in the end we will make together with a conclusion. Very nice key. I like the logo as well on the back, quite light and easy to put in your pocket. What you can do with the key, basically with this version you can lock it and unlock the car, and also unlock the trunk, because it doesn't come with an automatic lift gate on the trunk. You can only just unlock it. It's that simple. Also, you can do that if you come on the driver's side and you see right here it has a button. If you press this button, you will basically lock it and unlock the car. So in general, this is all what you can do with the key. From my point of view, a quite nice car. It looks really nice. It has nice lines, nice edges, and it looks quite attractive. I can say it looks like an Asian car. It looks a lot like an, I don't know, it has a lot of sharp edges and aggressive look. At least the front end, it looks like a sporty car. I really like it. And also I like the way they designed the down part of the bumper, that kind of a small spoiler down there, the air intakes, the lights, the hood look quite aggressive, and it remind me a little bit of Jaguar E-Piece, I-Piece. You remember this area? It looks quite interesting, and it makes the car much more aggressive, much more sportier. If you look from the front end, from this, it looks like a proper sporty aggressive car, and I like this look, and I like the fact that it's pretty unique. I mean, it doesn't look like other car. It's quite unique in its way, and it's quite attractive. It's, what do you think, guys? And also with those rims, even though they have these plastic caps, I think it looks great. I mean, combination, it's quite nice. Anyway, from my point of view, it's an attractive car. It's a nice car. It's a car that I will definitely drive on the street without any problem, and being proud to own this car. I mean, so it's no more different than yeah, I should say a Tesla. I mean, it looks relative, basically in terms of beauty, kind of the same. It doesn't come with any spoiler. On the X-Power version you will have a nice aggressive spoiler up here, but on this version it's basically simple, and sometimes simplicity, it's nice. It's really unique. Again, another element that's unique and nice. On the side you have some glossy black plastic. Here you have this downpour that goes across like that, probably help a lot the aerodynamic. But I like the fact that they also design some little lines here, an aggressive look, and it looks quite nice. And here you have the brake light. It's very small in this area. You have tinted windows on the rear and also on the side. Impressive that it comes on this version. Then you have also a wiper here for the rear, and then you have this spoiler down here that probably help a lot the drag. But not only the drag, but look at the spoiler. It looks quite aggressive. It comes a little bit on the upper side here, so it looks really interesting. I like this part. I think it's also unique, and it's interesting the way they extend it in the back. And I think it's the last part in the back. It's not the bumper, it's this area here. So quite interesting. I like the way it looks. Also on the upper versions you will have here a light bar that comes across the back, if I remember well. I mean, I think only until here on the both sides, but also on this version it looks pretty nice the way it is like that. It comes the MG logo in the middle. This here is the handle to open the trunk. It didn't come with any reverse camera. It comes only with 4 sensors, parking sensors on the rear. On the front it didn't come with any sensors. I will show you later when we go there. Here on the side you can see the lights from upper side. Even from the upper side you can see some insertion of LED bars, I should say. Then you have the Psych Vision LED light system. So LED lights on the tail lights, you can see them also from the side. It's quite nice tail lights, and I think somehow on the upper version it looks better because it's extended until here. It's much more visible. Then you have also here, I think, I'm not sure, but I think it's a normal halogen light. And then you have here also the reverse light, also halogen. If I'm not sure, but I will have to check to show you, but I think it's halogen light from the way it looks. And also down here on the fog lamp, let me show you, it's also halogen light. Anyway, down here on the bumper, you have some light reflectors, and you have again this beautiful, beautiful design on the down part. I really like the way they design it. I think they kind of focus on the car to look sportier, to look, I should say, aggressive, because I like very much the way they design every single line on the car on the back, and it looks really, really interesting. MG4 electric here, so you know it is an electric car and which version it is. If we go across the edges of the windows, what impressed me the most is the fact that I look between the panels and I didn't find any gap, different gap or stuff like that. Everything seems to be very, very well built, and everything seems to be good made. So I look almost everywhere and I didn't find any gap. You can see everything, it's perfectly aligned, so that's nice. Around the edges of the windows you have this matte black kind of a rubber. Then you have the mirrors, no blind spot technology in the mirrors on this version. They are simple, only on the top version you get that, but pretty big, good visibility, electrically adjustable, LED light turning signals, and also the mirrors are in black, glossy, and it looks quite nice. It has a nice design. Also really interesting, these edges of the windows, they are extended until here in the front, so that's also something unique. Not sure why they did that, but yeah, it looks quite interesting. Another thing that I like very much on this version is the fact that you have this plastic that is extended until here. If the car or if the wheel will throw some stones, this will be plastic here. Again, I like very much that down here on the down part, on the down skirt of the doors, and even down here you have plastic again. This plastic will protect the paint of the car in time. This is also very important, and it looks really, really sporty, and it has nice look. Also in the front down here, the same story, very useful. I saw so many people with problem on Tesla Model 3 that shows that here it's rust in time, but here it's protected. What I will definitely do also on this version, I will put definitely here in this area also some protection, paint protection film or something to protect this area as well, for safety for future. Then you can see in the front the same story. It starts with the same plastic mat on the down part of the bumper, and it looks so aggressive, so good. I have to say that I'm in love with this area. And also this is the first part that will touch something, because it's the most outside, and every time they extend the spoiler like that, the car manufacturers, the car start to look much more sportier and aggressive, like a race car, and I like that. I really like this extended design here, look lovely. Also, those caps are active here, so they open and close. This is very useful to allow the battery to cool down or stay warm. For example, right now it's super cold outside, they stay locked. And also on the first version with LFP battery you don't have this. Those will be fixed, but on the other version they will open and close. So you can see also here the same story. Down here it's the radar for adaptive cruise control, emergency brake, and all that safety features. And up here you have the MG logo. Other than that, quite simple look. No grille, simple design. Love the way it looks, really love it. And I like so much the air intakes. They are so big. Look how big they are. You can see on the other side, and the design is nice with a little bit of black glossy, lovely, and the air will go out from here and then around the wheels. Super cool, really aggressive look. Then those are the lights. This is the daytime running lights, LED lights. Turning signals, there are not LED lights on the front, normal halogen light. Psych Vision, you can see their LED light system. So they look quite nice, and I want to show you also from this area. They look nice, man. I mean, they look really aggressive. They look really interesting. I like the way it looks. Look from this angle, it looks so interesting. It's not bad. The car, it's really not bad in terms of design. It looks quite nice. And even from this angle, the car has some angles that looks really interesting. Up here you have the camera that read the traffic speed limits, so it will show you on the cockpit. I will show you later. It's really interesting. And what it's interesting is that usually on other cars you have that in the middle, but this one it's a little bit on the left side. Not sure why is the reason, but yeah, in general it's just pretty normal. Now if we go down here on the wheels, winter tires, 17-inch wheels, and those are the plastic caps. They are very similar with the ones on Tesla Model Y. And also I like the fact that they are aerodynamic, so that means the air will flow around them to improve the range and the sound from the wheels. In general, this is the exterior design. I think I cover almost everything. The only thing that I didn't show you, and I'll show you right now, it's the charging port that is located right here on the left side. And you open it, very simple, and you charge the car. And as I said in the beginning, you can charge at the speed of up to 140 kilowatt in DC. It's more than enough to charge the car fully in about 1 hour. That's it, guys. Yeah, and by the way, the handles and the sound quality, the handles are pretty normal, so they are kind of normal handles. The sound of the doors, it's pretty nice. It sounds quite solid. You hear it? It's quite solid. It's quite good quality. I like it. I have to say I pretty much like it. Now I can stop the lights and go and show you under the hood, guys. You're probably curious to see what is under the hood. Usually electric cars have space, some space here. This is a manual lift gate here. That's something to keep in mind. And this is the space here. You don't have extra space. It's just the battery, the 12-volt battery, some fuse box. On the left side you have the liquid for the cooling and some cooling for some parts here. And other than that, this is it. Here on the trunk, I just forget to show you something. The lights from the number plate are LED light, guys, by the way. So you can see them down there. Quite interesting. Now let's open the trunk. I just take out that protection for the trunk. I just put it there, but usually it has a protection here in this area. But in this way you can see a little bit better the trunk, and the space from my point of view pretty spacious for the size of the car and for what it is. I think you have more than enough space to go even in holidays. Even if you have one kid, you can travel without any problem with the space that you have here. LED light here. You have some small storage space, and also on the right side some storage space here, some hook up there, and then under the floor you don't have too much space because it's the motor in the back, so that's normal. You have just the triangle and some repair kit. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, if you want to fold down the seat, you have to fold it 60-40. You don't have the possibility to fold the middle part. So all you have to do is just go here, press this button and push it forward. It's simple as that. Nothing complicated there. So yeah, once you fold it down, you will notice that you don't have a flat floor. I'm not sure why they designed this plastic, I mean this part here. Probably in the idea where you need a flat floor, so you can put something extra like that, and you can put it here, and then from here to here will be a flat floor. But I'm not sure, it didn't come with the car. It's just my theory, you know, like if you add something aftermarket, you can make it flat. But in general, it's a pretty big entrance. But the thing is that it's not a completely flat floor. That's something to keep in mind. You probably have there around 7 centimeters, maybe up to 10. But in general, it's quite okay. Now, if you go from the side, let me show you. You have a pretty big entrance because they design the window of the car, of the door. It's only on the doors. It's not also on the body of the car. You can see here no window. It's only on the door, and in this way
allow you to have much bigger entrance. And this is the entrance in the car from this area. You can see also in the back, down here. This is it, guys. And also on the down part, you have some storage space, no transmission tunnel or stuff like that. So it's relatively big. From my point of view, it's more than okay. Let me put everything back and then we will go inside. Here is the door, pretty long door. To be honest, it's one of the longest door. It's pretty big, like an SUV in terms of longest. And yeah, the material quality, you have plastic on the almost everywhere. The only leather where you have it's right here where it's really matters. So everywhere here you have leather with blue stitches, good quality. You have the button for the windows, you have the handle, that's quite good quality. Some black insertion, black piano, it looks quite nice. And also the trim, even though it's plastic, the trim, it's interesting. Some storage space, and you have the speaker that also has an interesting, nice design. If you want to fold down the window, by the way, you can fold it all the way down. Probably that's why they designed the door, such a big door, in order to allow the window to go all the way down. And surprisingly, and I have to say this is a big plus, is the fact that this window, even though it's a big window, is not split in two and it can go all the way down. So that's super useful. Anyway, let me close it. The entrance is big because, as I said before, you have the window only on the door, you have a bigger entrance, and from this angle you can see a little bit better how the interior look like. Even though the materials on this version are stuff material on the starting entry-level version, I have to say that the design is very nice, and overall the material quality is pretty good. Side support, some blue stitches, ISOFIX for child. You can install 2 child seats here in the back. You don't have any armrest in the middle. That's something to keep in mind. But other than that, in general, the quality, it's good. Behind the front seats, also soft material everywhere. And in the middle here, you have an USB 2 and some storage space here, relatively big storage space, and plus no transmission tunnel. Now I adjust the seats in my driving position before I start the last video, and then here we have the hook, and let me show you how much space you have. So I'm 173 centimeters, this is my driving position, and this is the space behind myself. This is the space. From my point of view, enough space on the legs, on the knees. You can stretch the legs, I should say, a little bit in the front, not too much, but a little bit you can stretch it. The thing is that your knees will stay a little bit higher, so I have like 2-3 centimeters. This is kind of normal for electric cars, usually that happened. On the head, I have like 5 fingers over my head, so it's more than enough space. So for me, at least 173 centimeters, I have more than enough space. Also, I like very much those headrests. I noticed that they're pretty soft and nice, like a pillow, and I like it so much. It allows you to have such a straight position in the back here, and it's quite relaxing. I don't know, I like it. Also, I like the fact that it's soft here where your arm is resting, and the visibility on the window, it's very good. The fact that they did it from one piece allow you to have a good visibility ahead. Plus here probably a little bit of blind spot for the driver, but in terms of visibility and all that stuff, it's quite good. Now going in the middle, it's super easy because you don't have that transmission tunnel, but here in the middle you're a little bit higher and a little bit stiffer, and also on the back a little bit stiffer. Even though you don't have that armrest, it's a little bit stiffer, it's not so comfy, and you have like 4 fingers, still good space. I can stretch my hand, not completely, and also here, it's fine. I think for short, maybe medium trips will be okay, but not super comfy. It's fine, but not super comfy. Also the roof quality, it's relatively good, surprisingly good. I kind of say I like it, I like the quality. And yeah, I'm surprised to see, I mean, the seats are great quality, the roof is great quality, you have also some handles here, it's quite nice. We will go in the front. Simplicity is the word for the dashboard. I like very much how simple it is. They keep it simple. I drive the car before, visibility is great, everything is erased, so easy to use, and I like it. I like the way it looks. I love the steering wheel design. We will talk about that in a second. So yeah, overall it looks nice, it looks modern and simple. and sometimes simplicity, it's all you need. Here we have also a big window, but this time it's split in two. You have one window here and one here. The one from here, it's fixed, and this can be fold down. The quality on the upper side, the same plastic on the upper side, but you have the same interesting trim. Here, this time we have leather, and here is leather with the blue stitches. I like this gray insertion, the gray insertion also on the handle, lock and unlock button, some piano black. Down here you have the same speaker, really interesting design, some storage space here, and the buttons for the windows, lock the windows. And if you want to adjust the mirror, you have to go here. From here you adjust the mirror left and right, plus the position of the lights. Quite interesting where they install these mirror adjustments. Now on the dashboard, I noticed that everywhere it's soft material here. So everywhere on the dash in this area it's soft material. You have piano black, those are the vents, and you can adjust it so nice, and they are super fancy. I really like them. They look super premium and they feel premium. At the entrance, MG4, normal pedals. From here you open the hood. The seats are manual adjustable on this version. You can get it also with electric adjustments, but on the topper versions, much more expensive versions. And this is the entrance, pretty big. This is the way it looks. Also textile material seats, but the seats look good, guys. I really like the way the seats look like. I like the side support. They are big, they are soft and nice. You have shoulder supports on the upper side. I like them. I sit on them and I feel super comfy, so nothing to complain about that. Now down here in the center console, you can see that you have USB to USB-C, plus a 12-volt port, plus two cup holders, plus some storage space here in the middle that you can basically adjust it like that. And you have also here some small storage space where you can put different items. So from my point of view, super cool. Let's go inside. It started to rain a little bit. Now you can adjust the seats, super simple. I like how easy you can adjust the seats, and it's not complicated. Even though if they are manual adjustment, you can adjust them super simple and super fast. Big windows allow you to have good visibility around the windows, no problem. Even on the windscreen, very good visibility. Even on this mirror up here, you have pretty fine visibility. Even those headrests are quite big, the visibility is quite okay. And also you have tiny edges on the mirrors, so the mirrors look nice. Now in the back you have a little bit of blind spot in the corners there, and for the versions that doesn't have reverse camera, yeah, you have to look in the mirrors. You will be fine because it's a small car. But yeah, if you want to have better visibility, you go with a topper version, because there you will find also the cameras and 360 degrees camera. Now in the middle, armrest in leather, is not adjustable, it's fixed. And here you have some storage space, so you can put different items there. Now here is the Iceland, I should say, because here you have also the wheel to change the gears. You go in reverse, neutral drive, and parking. Press the button, electronic handbrake. Everything is so simple. Here you have a place for your phone. It's not wireless charging on this version, but you can get it with wireless charging on the topper end versions. Again, here very nice design on the vents, super nice integration here in the dashboard. I really like the simplicity, the way it is. It's perfect. Now here you have the glove box, relatively fine. You have an LED light there, not huge, but it's more than okay. And this is the steering wheel, adjustable manually, up, down, forward, backward, super simple. Also it seems to be quite good quality. I love the design. It looks kind of the same as the new steering wheel from BMW 5 Series. In terms of quality, it has very good quality. And from what I read, this is not a leather, it's kind of an vegan leather or artificial leather, but the quality feels great. You have the stitches, you have this piano black in the middle, you have physical button for different functions. So from here you activate the autopilot, simple like that. You just press this button, you can choose very simple the distance between you and the car in front. Also here you have the voice command, and you have this kind of a favorite button. Also favorite button you have here, and you can save wherever function you want. For example, right now is the driving mode, so from here you can change the driving mode. You can see on the down part there, different driving modes. You can change it from this button, and you can choose to have different other settings. Also from here you can go and change different settings on the cockpit, so you can go left and right and see information about the brightness. Let me show you right now. You have brightness, you have also overspeed threshold, next service, or you can go to see the tire pressure, or you can go to see the consumption from start, accumulated consumption or since last charge. And yeah, other than that, it's quite simple. You cannot customize it in many ways, but I like the things that are simple. They keep it simple. Physical button, this wheel here, super simple to use. Joystick, I should say. It's quite simple and nice, and the digital cockpit, it's perfect. I mean, you have all the information while you're driving. You don't need anything, I should say. It's just perfect the way it is. Also on the right side, we go to the multimedia system. Now here, I have to say something about it, because I don't understand why. Man, in terms of quality, everywhere it's so good quality and everything is perfect. Now the screen, it's big enough, but the thing is that they kind of installed it not straight, not to the driver. They kind of installed it to the passenger a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a little bit to the passenger installed it, and I wish to be to the driver installed it and not to the passenger. Maybe, I don't know why. The visibility is good. I mean, I drive the car, this didn't bother me at all, but I think it will be much nicer if we'll be a little bit to the driver sided, and then you can check different things there. But in general, it's super simple to use. It's straightforward. The resolution, the graphics are nice, nothing to complain. Here you can turn on the climatic system, very simple like that. You have shortcut buttons for defrosting. You have the button for hazard light. You have the home button. You have the volume here. Everything, it's perfectly well positioned. And plus you have here on the left side those shortcuts. And by the way, I want to show you something. The fog lamps are right here, guys. So the button for the fog lamp, it's up here, right here on the screen. So from there you basically turn it on and off. Now you have shortcuts here for the settings. You can go to all the settings. You can go to media, you can go to telephone, or you can go to the car right here. And basically they are so simple and straightforward, and you can change the settings super simple. And for example, if you go to car down here, and then you can go to drive, and you can change through different drive modes. So you have snow mode, you have eco mode, you have normal mode, sport mode, and custom mode. If you go to custom mode, you will see how cool you can customize different driving modes. So horsepower, how cool is that? They ask you how many horsepower, how do you want to have the horsepower? You want to have it in eco, in normal, or in sport? The steering, how you like to be, heavy, normal, or light? You have free position. Pedal force, you want comfort, normal, or sport? How cool is that? I mean, you have so many options to choose from, and it seems to be so interesting that not all other cars offer you so many options. And you have energy recuperation, high, adaptive, normal, low, or medium. You have one pedal drive that we will drive, and we will test all those in the test drive video, so stay close if you want to see that. And you have energy saving mode, so another cool, interesting function. So you have so many settings. If you go to eco, the car will choose for you. Then you can choose only the saving energy saving mode, one pedal drive, or energy recuperation. You have the MG pilot that comes from autopilot, adaptive cruise control, all that stuff. And here you can choose to turn it off completely. You can choose to have the ACC, simple cruise control, or you can choose to have kind of autopilot, because here when you choose the last one, you can activate, and I will show you on the highway. We will test this in the test drive video. You have lane assist, you have lane departure assist, you have alert, you have audible, and all that stuff, traffic sign recognition, you have front collision assist. It comes with so many safety features as standard, and this for me it's very important. You have unsteady driving warning and towing mode. So you have so many standard features on this MG4. That's impressive. You don't have to go with the most expensive version. You can have all those stuff also in this version. So this is impressive for me. You have convenience here. Under the convenience, you can also save the buttons for the steering wheel wherever you want to have. For example, for the left one, you can go here and you can choose energy recovery, for example, and right now you have it on the button. Then you have the lights, follow me home, auto high beam. You have find my car response, and yeah, welcome light on after vehicle unlock, and safety. If you go to safety, you have auto hold and power off the vehicle. Cool. So everything is simple to find here, and you find it under the vehicle down here. Then if you go to home, this is the home screen. It didn't come with a navigation system, so you have to pay for it. Actually, you don't have to pay for it. You have to go for the extra version, for the higher end version that will come with the navigation system. Basically here on the home screen, you have the climatic system, from where you can choose the temperature and different settings from here. It's very simple to use, and the position and all that stuff. Then you have here the radio, and you have the settings for the battery and charging. And here it's really interesting because if you go here, you find a lot of useful information like the range, battery state. Also, you can choose the current, 6A, 8A, 60 amps, and you can choose however you want to have it. Start charging, all the charging settings are here. You have the schedule charging, and you have also the possibility to choose how much you want to charge the car next time, so where you want to stop it. So if you want to protect the battery, you go to 90% or something like that, and yeah, you just leave it like that. A little bit higher here, you have this charge setting, because it has a vehicle to load, the options to send energy to other vehicles. It's up to 2.2 kilowatt if I remember well, and you can send basically energy from the battery, and you can power other electronics. And this is also really important to point out. Not all other cars have this option. And if you go to energy consumption, you can see here the consumption on the last kilometers. You can see the energy flow while you're driving, what happened with energy, and you can see on the last trip and since the last charging what happened with the energy, how much energy you use for driving, how much energy you recuperate down here, and yeah, AC, how much the AC consume energy. Yeah, so it's quite interesting. And this version that I have with me doesn't have the heating pump. That's why probably use 1 kilowatt, probably will use less. But yeah, and another very important feature that I want to point out is this intelligent battery heating. So that means every time you activate this, the battery will heat up before you go to charging stations, and it will charge a little bit faster. But keep in mind, the thing is that it will kind of eating your energy. Sometimes when you don't go to charge, don't use it. I mean, I definitely recommend you to deactivate it, and then when you go to a charging, before you go to charging and stuff like that, or when you need the battery to be heated, then you activate it and the car will activate that. So that's really important. So keep in mind that. Good. If you go back to here, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The thing is that Android Auto, from what I know, you have to connect it to an USB cable, and also Apple CarPlay. But I will try to do that in a different video, so stay close. And then if you go on the second page, you have the AC here, you have all that settings. So here on the second page, you have the AC, the telephone, the vehicle that you saw it before. You have the video here, for example, if you put on USB, you can watch videos. Then you have the settings. Those are the settings of the car, all the settings of the car, from general settings, from brightness on the display, the language, the format, the units, kilometer, miles. Then you have the Bluetooth connection, you can connect your phone, the volume settings, the system settings here with software update, the USB storage, user manual, blind vehicle, not sure what is this, and then privacy. Yeah, this is the privacy policy. Anyway, radio, energy management, you saw it before, and in general, user manual. So you have the manual of the car here. If you want to learn something about the car, you find all the information right here in the manual.
Yeah, so in general, that was all, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some useful information from this video. If you still have questions, ask me down below, whatever you want to ask. I will definitely try to answer to you all, guys. I hope the video was useful and you get some useful information. From my point of view, I think it's a quite good car. It's a quite great option, and you know, competition, it's always good. The more cars on the market, the better for the final consumer and for the customer, because you have much more options. The competition, it's better, it brings better prices, discounts and all that stuff. So definitely, if you are on the market for an electric car, for a city compact light electric car, easy to drive, simple, with a good affordable price, I think you should take this MG4 in the consideration, and you should go to make a test drive. See it for yourself, go and make a test drive, see if you like it, and then you will understand the car. Now guys, if you want to see also the test drive, stay close, because I will have some separate videos with this car, and I will give you much more feedbacks on how it's to drive it. Also, if you want to see it, if you are in Bucharest, in Romania, check out Ariane Motors. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. Very nice people. You can test drive the car, you can buy it, you can see all other MG cars there, so definitely check them out. That was the video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Stay safe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.